Hi guys, welcome back to Benmore CrossFit at Home. We've got William behind the camera today because Sarah is being the great professional that she is and studying for even more nutrition qualifications. Anyway, in terms of the workout, William, bring it on in here. Let's have a look at it. Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Just so, let's have a look what we've got on the workout today. So, we've got 4 rounds for time, which means we're going to do all of this 4 rounds, 4 times round. And we're going to do it as fast as possible, okay? So we've got 20 bike calories, followed by 10 pull-ups, followed by 20 push-ups, followed by 30 squats, okay? Now, for those of you, that's the full equipment version, for those of you who are working with limited equipment at home. The main substitute for your 20 bike calories is going to be 80 mountain climbers. Then you will do 10 rows if you can't do pull-ups, and you'll do rows per side. So 10 rows per side if you're doing like a dumbbell or something like that. And then 20 push-ups and 30 squats. Okay, so let's think about our warm-up, which is going to be 5 minutes of your usual cardio of choice. So that's running, biking, rowing, skipping. Followed by 10 air squats, 5 pass-throughs and 5 push-ups. So it looks like this. An air squat. Should be pretty familiar with these by now. Hip, feet just outside, hip width apart. Chest is up, tummy is fat, bum goes back, and we sit down as if we're sitting down in the toilet. And we stand, and we go. Air squats. Now, pass-throughs. We start on the ground. Feet as wide as they need to be apart. Not like, stupidly wide apart, but they might be outside shoulder width apart. That's because we want to keep our legs really straight as we fold through this movement. So we fold onto the floor, keep our legs straight, walk out into a plank position. And from here, we go into our downward dog position. Now, if you were doing this in Pilates or you were doing this in yoga, you'd be really focused on keeping your feet on the floor. The purpose of this is to stretch out our shoulders and our lats. So our main focus here is taking our shoulders and pushing them down, our chest down, through onto the floor, sticking our bums up in the air. Keep our arms really straight. Look over to our left, look over to our right, and keeping our legs straight. Stand up. Okay, that's a pass through. And then a push-up. Now, let's come in here before I demo the push-up, because part of our warm-up, we're going to just demo the push-up properly. So we're going to think about our hand placement, we're going to think about our shoulder position, and most importantly, we're going to think about our elbows. So, when it comes to our push-up, first of all, let's think about where our hands go. Our hands should go in line with our shoulders. So they're not out here someplace. They're just underneath our shoulders. And they're probably directly in front of where our knees would go. So directly in front of our hips. Okay. Second of all, let's think about our hand position. So our hands, sometimes you see people doing push-ups like this. So our hands are, you point your finger, our index finger should be pointing directly ahead. Now if you want to splay out your other hands, even better, gives you more stability. And William, can you come in here with the camera?
Yes.
And can you see the colours of my fingertips?
Yeah.
What colour are they?
Yellowy.
Yellowy whitish, yeah. And that's because you can see now, what colour are they now?
Pink.
Yeah. And what colour are they now?
Yellowy white.
Right, and that's because I'm pushing through my fingers.
Okay.
Okay, so in the same way, when you've got a balanced foot, you're pushing through the ball of your foot, you're pushing through your toes, and you're pushing through your heel. In the same way here, we're pushing through the heel of our palm, we're pushing through our thumb, which is the equivalent of our toe, our big toe, and we're pushing through all of our fingers as well. Okay? So the point is our weight is equally distributed across our hands. Okay, next. William, could you come around and have a look at my shoulders?
Yes.
So my shoulders aren't like this, they're here, yeah?
Yep.
So they're actively engaged, and as I come down, watch where my elbows go. Behind me. Not out to the side, okay? See a lot of people doing push-ups like this. You know, elbows in tight. They don't have to be just as tight as mine were. You could take your hands ever so slightly wider. But again, your elbows go back. They never go out to the side. Other things to focus on. Chest comes to the floor. Not a chest to maybe. Chest to getting close to the floor. Chest comes down to the floor. Now, that's a full push-up. If a full push-up is something that is outside of your capabilities for now, then the easiest way to scale that is to simply go onto your knees. So lift your heels above the floor, like I have, and go through exactly the same range of motion. That is 100% better than something that's really wide out here and your chest isn't touching the floor. Okay, so in terms of warm-up, 10 air squats, 5 pass-throughs, 5 push-ups, 3 times round. Go get it. Alright. Then we're going to get our shoulders properly warmed up. So we're going to go through our usual pipe routine. And I'll talk you through that. And then I'll just talk you through our usual pipe, or our usual pull-up warm-up routine. I won't demo it because we did a lot of pull-ups yesterday. So exactly the same demo applies from yesterday as it would from today, so just jump back for that. Anyway, pipe routine. Let's start off with our pipe out in front of us. One hand on top, one hand below. Push the pipe out as far from you as you can. Keep your arms really, really straight. Bum goes back. Nice flat back as well. Keep pushing it out. I've got my left hand on top, so I take the pipe and I push it over to my right. And I hold that for 30 seconds. Then I do the same with my other hand on top. I keep pushing it out, keep pushing it out. I'll just do this. I keep pushing it out as far away from me as I can. And I push it over, in this case because my right hand is on top, I push it over to my left. And I hold that for 30 seconds. Okay, and then from there, take your pipe or your brush handle and put it in your crease of your hips. And then wherever that is, put your hands sufficiently wide so that it doesn't move from your crease and your arms are straight. So this is too low. And if this pipe was longer, that would be too wide. That's just right. Okay, take the pipe, without bending your arms, pass it over your head. Now you might have a sticky point. I have a sticky point just there, and that's fine. Just work your way through it. A little loosen up. Okay. From here, so you do that 10 times. And then you will do 10 round the whirls, which is where you take the pipe, take one hand, place it round in front of your face, and then round the back of your head, and so on and so forth. So 10 of those, and then 10 the opposite way. Okay, and that should be our shoulders relatively well warmed up. So, let's have a look at the other drills that I'd like you to go through. So, William, come around and just zoom in here. So we've got 5 minutes of cardio, 10 air squats, 5 pass-throughs, 5 push-ups, and then pipe routine. In terms of the push-ups, really think about your hand placement, think about your shoulder position, and absolutely think about your elbows. No elbows out to the side, please. And then for our pull-ups, same routine as we did yesterday. Scapular pulls to start off with, and that will include rows for those of you who are doing bent over rows. Then if you do have a pull-up bar, I want you to do 3 strict pull-ups. Now, or a scaling option, which is basically your jumping pull-ups. If you can do full strict pull-ups, I want you to move on to practicing your kipping beats and then straight into your pull-ups. Okay. This is a great workout. This is, I was really surprised. William did it in 9 minutes. He did a scaled version, and he did it in 9 minutes, and it was great. It took me, I can't remember how many minutes it took me. It took me a lot longer. It took like 17 minutes or something. So I would suggest that you should aim to do this workout probably in 15 to 18 minutes, or thereabouts. Scaling options. Let's just think about scaling options for a moment. Scaling options are, William, can you come around here? I'll just mark out some scaling options here. So scaling. Okay, so this is reduce the number of these. If it takes you more than 2 minutes to do your mountain climbers, reduce the number to whatever it is you can do in 2 minutes. So 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes max. 10 rows per side. Think about just reducing the weight if you're not doing pull-ups. Your maximum in 1 minute. If you can't do 20, just do however many you can in 1 minute. And for your 30 squats, again, max in 1 minute. So if you think about that, that's 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes times 4 is 18 minutes. Yeah. So this whole workout, if you scale appropriately, should take you. It should be less than 18 minutes, but probably in about the 15-minute mark, thereabouts. Okay. Anything else, William, you think that I have missed?
No.
No? Okay, guys, hope you really enjoy it. It's a great workout. It looks deceptively simple on paper, and it just targets every part of our body. It's a really great thing that you can do in your living room, even. You don't have to have any really fancy equipment for this one. Any questions, of course, just give us a shout. We'll see you again soon. Bye!